somebody lying.
Yo, what's good? It is crazy how much stuff is getting ready to start off of this one clip. This one clip paints a totally different narrative. And this whole case thing is basically all about perspective. So we're going to go ahead and get into it.
Is it clear enough, or was it fuzzy, or what?
No, it was clear. It was It's clear enough to where you can see the actual individual raindrops come by the cameras.
Okay.
That's how clear it is. You actually see them walking up. You see that Karmelo is already up under there. He's under there minding his business.
Dodging the rain, or?
Yeah, it was still raining. You know,
Right.
I'm familiar with them. So
online rumors.
And you heard what he said, right? He said that he was already under the tent. So, like I said, there's so many different stories. They're saying that they walked under the tent. They was already under the tent, and then he came into the tent. So a lot of he said, she said. But they said they've been watching the film, so.
That started at least by some in the Anthony camp that he was jumped by 4 guys, and then his act was therefore in self-defense. And the video you're telling me does not support that allegation.
Not even in the least bit, Will, not even close.
He's bringing witness after witness into this courtroom, and the picture they're painting for this jury could end up deciding this entire case. Because according to testimony, several students are now challenging the self-defense claim.
And I've been actually watching a good bit of videos today. I actually have, 5 different sources that I basically was watching and pulling stuff from. So I'm gonna have the links to the original down in the description if you want to watch the full videos. But yeah, I've been watching these videos pretty much all day, and every video you look at is telling another story from a different point of view. So
friends are taking the stand. Emotions are running high and outside the courthouse. The protests haven't stopped. Let's talk about it.
Certainly a very difficult day in court, emotionally, I should put it. And I can tell you the testimony just wrapped up for the day a few minutes ago, right at the top of 5 p.m. A big focus this morning was on body camera video that was shown to the jury that was worn by a Frisco ISD, a school resource officer who ran over to the track field when he heard that there had been a stabbing. That is when coaches that were on scene and other students were pointing out a man who we later knew to be Karmelo Anthony, wearing a sweatshirt and sweatpants, that was the guy who had reportedly stabbed Austin Metcalf. The resource officer said that he was able to take Anthony into custody without incident, and we were able to see that in the video today. At one point, Anthony, as he's being cuffed, appears to get emotional, telling the officer that he told Metcalf not to touch him. I can tell you that there's...
And question, I've gone to basically 2 different schools. So this is when I actually went to the games. So going from one school to another school, I'm still friends with the people that go to that school. Schools are rivals, right? So I wouldn't think it would be an issue going to another school or going to another school section in a sporting event. I mean, but if you are an athlete and you do track or football or whatever, and are y'all really this strict on the tents? Yeah, y'all don't want any school. Like, I get it. It's supposed to be like your school locker room, I guess. But if you're not going over like strategies or anything like that, is it really an issue with having somebody from the other team sitting underneath your tent, like trying to get away from the weather? Like, yeah, I didn't think y'all would be that strict on something like that.
Obviously been some dispute from both sides as to what exactly was said to Metcalf or to Anthony just prior to that fatal stabbing. So that was a big focus today.
Let's play the Fox News clip, and I'm going to show you 2
different stories that are being told on the internet. And this is the reason we have so much division in our country. Because some people are lying, dirty dogs that should be shamed. Roll the clip.
Calling it unjustified murder. So Karmelo Anthony is charged with murdering 17-year-old Austin Metcalf after admitting to stabbing him in the chest at a high school track meet last year. Police say the fight started because Anthony was under another team's tent and Metcalf told him to leave. Anthony's defense attorneys say he stabbed Metcalf, who was unarmed, out of fear as a group was, quote, turning on him. But prosecutors yesterday in court showed jurors surveillance footage they say tells a different story. The footage, it's grainy and shot from a distance, but reporters inside the courtroom tell us it shows a brief confrontation between Anthony and Metcalf, not a larger group, before Anthony runs.
Like I said, you heard what she said, right? Between two, the main two, not a group, just the main two. And it was quick. So
from the scene, and that fight, it only lasted about 4 minutes or so.
Now, the thing that threw me off is it only lasted 4 minutes, right? So if you ever been in a fight, like a real good fight, a lot can happen within that 4 minutes. Like when I say a lot, I mean like devastating stuff can happen within a couple of minutes of a fight. Like how many boxing matches have you seen and dude knocked out within what, first couple of seconds? Or a UFC fight, somebody mess around and catch an opening or something like that, and you think it's going to be 3 rounds, but it's only 3 seconds or something like that. Like a lot can happen within 4 minutes. So
jurors heard emotional testimony from Metcalf's track coach. He said that Metcalf was helping lead setup efforts that day, which basically means he was in charge of setting up the tent and equipment. The coach testified and said athletes don't just go under other teams' tents. This is something that's understood between the athletes. This case, it's drawn.
See, that's it almost sounds like an unspoken rule. The athletes know not to go. But if you friends with somebody that's in another school, granted, even if y'all are rivals, you mean there's like no kind of decorum to where you can sit and talk? That's what I don't get.
National attention with race becoming a major issue. The final jury does not include any black jurors. Prosecutors say this case has nothing to do with race and it should be decided on the facts. This trial is expected to last up to 2 weeks, Bill, and if he is convicted, Anthony faces up to life in prison.
And to watch and we shall. Brooke Taylor,
so let's talk about this for a minute. And we got a bunch of clips for evidence purposes. The first thing is that it's very sad, and I think we all know it's a sad situation, but you kill somebody, man. Mm-hmm. And we just heard from the official news, I think that's fair to say, this is officially from the news, that court reporters are reporting what they saw. Unless you saying that court reporters made up something, I think it's fair to believe we already heard testimony from the defense. No one was claiming what I'm about to show you.
It wouldn't be the first time.
No one has ever claimed what I'm about to show you on this. The court reporters are saying that this did not happen. But this man right here, put him on the screen. What is he talking about? And I hope to God that it's a video out here that we ain't never seen. Because if
technically there are videos that we haven't seen. Now, if you went, then yeah, you probably saw some of the videos, but I guess they're just not gonna let everything out.
This man is lying about what he's alleging he saw on the same video that lady just talked about. This boy, that you should burn in hell for lying that hard. Roll the clip.
You seen the video on 2 hours. Was it clear?
That's rather aggressive, but okay.
enough, or was it fuzzy, or what?
No, it was clear. It was clear enough where you can see the actual individual raindrops come by the cameras.
Okay.
That's how clear it is. You actually see them walking up. You see that Karmelo is already up under there. He's under there minding his business.
Dodging the rain, or?
Yeah, it was still raining. You know,
Right.
I'm familiar with them. So that day we were under a tornado watch.
Right.
And we were under thunderstorm warning, and we know we had already had some light rain then, and it started raining again. Then it was over with for the day.
Okay.
So that's kind of what happened on that day. But they were at a rain delay already, and so during that time when that happened, the twins, their two buddies, and a few other kids, because there was a few kids involved with them. They were all coming from the direction of the middle school,
Right.
coming walking back up.
Right.
On the video, you can see those four that actually was involved, and maybe about 3 or 4 others that was with them, skipping up, trying to catch up behind. One veered off probably toward his way to go to the coach and
Okay.
kind of distract him a little bit. And then the other 4 came walking together. One went in front.
Time out. He said one went to the coach to distract him a little bit. Well, where are you getting somebody distracting somebody?
And another thing, I don't get why some parents always like to assume that their kids are saints. I mean, as a parent myself, we try to basically have our kids, right, do the right thing. But we try to have them do the right thing when no one's around and they have to hold themselves accountable, right? So to sit there and to hear a story, right, or a point of view of something happen, and you immediately think that, no, that's unlikely. Granted, maybe out of character, yeah, but unlikely, nah, because I've seen kids do things. I've heard kids say things. Right outside my house, there are little kids, not even teenagers. And if you sit there and you listen to them and you're like nowhere within eye view and you hear the stuff that they talk about, the way, like, these kids, perfect when it comes to cursing. Perfect grammar. You hear me? Like, the curse word is not in the wrong spot. There's perfect pauses where you need it to make the word hit like it's supposed to. Like, yeah.
Are you indicating that you're saying that somebody went and they had a plan to go hurt Karmelo, even though he's under somebody else's tent, and one went to distract the coach?
He ain't say hurt. He said he went over there to basically distract. Man, like I say, you know how these kids is, bro. Hey, I act like y'all didn't do stuff when y'all was little.
Coach, while the others went over there to do what he's about to say next. Roll.
Them went past.
Right.
The other 4 went and they surrounded Karmelo. You know, if you're Karmelo,
And they showed that on that video.
it's on the video.
Okay, come on.
You can see him walk.
I'm gonna
up
say, look.
and-
In the comment section, right? If you've been to public school, if you've been to private school, and you can honestly say that you did not see any type of bullying happen. And when I say any type, I mean like you didn't see the setup. You didn't see a group of people go, for example, in a lunchroom, kid already sitting down, group comes, and then just somebody bump a shoulder, right? Or a group is already sitting down, and then the next thing you know, a kid is walking by and boom, somebody throw out their feet, trip them up. Like, y'all can't sit there and act like this doesn't occur, right? Did that make sense? Because he's making it sound like, nah, people don't do stuff. People do stuff like that. And athletes, right? These are athletes. These are people on the more than likely probably a varsity or something like that, you know, doggone well, kids act like that. So
I'll put it this way.
Okay.
They actually tell you when you're watching the video, pay attention to this corner right here, because if you look anywhere else, you might miss different things.
Okay.
So watch those 4. Here they're 4 right there coming up.
Right.
That's exactly what they say.
Okay.
And so you have no way to be confused that it's those 4.
Okay.
So they come up, they surround them, and it's immediate moment of not even a few seconds of pause. Then that's when they jump. And so
they actually did jump him.
yeah, it wasn't just no touch. It wasn't just all that moment. Yeah, it was a push. It was all kind of things. But Austin pushed, Hunter hit, and then everybody swung. But at the same time, Karmelo,
He said Austin pushed, Hunter, his brother, punched, and then everybody jumped in. This man, I want to save this, because if he's right, but I ain't never heard this anywhere, and y'all just saw the evidence that they said that this didn't happen. But he's saying he got jumped.
shout outs to the officer. He make good content. I might say I'm subscribed, so on the man and subscribe. Like I said, I got the stuff linked in to the in the description if you want to hop on his page.
Jumped by 4 people. He's saying he saw fighting and people jumping Karmelo. Okay, finish it.
So it's more than the twins that got some licks
all
on
4.
them. So
All 4.
it showed that in the video.
Yes, in the video. So again, you got Hunter and Austin standing in the middle,
Okay.
and you have the light bright boy here, and you have the darker boy here.
Okay.
I think that's what I remember. So I have to go back and think about it. But that's where they were. One was going up and down while they were talking and kind of pushing or whatever he was doing. Austin and Hunter was in front. So where they're talking about grabbing bags, Hunter actually said that I grabbed his bag.
Right.
And then later on, he said that Austin threw the bag.
Okay.
Jeff also said the same thing. And so that's them both antagonized. And we
Right.
know under Texas law, I just have the fear that you're about to do something to me and you can get up out of here. Yeah,
No, it's
so
not
you ain't
true.
have to touch me. But at that point, he still stood there and stopped there. And whatever they say alleged was said, you don't know that until they get into it here. But once they did that, they started hitting him. Karmelo actually was able to back out and try to get away. So he was actually trying to get away the first time. Austin grabbed him, and you can see his hoodie coming out like this, and they brought him back in.
Okay.
And when they brought him back in, that's when you can see Austin put him in a headlock. You can see that all the rest of them are still hitting. That must be when the poke happened, because he was able to get out again. He backed out. He looked to the right. That's where the other little kid was filming, because they got some cell phone footage too. But that's where he was filming.
See, and that's probably why nobody really heard anything about it, because they probably went ahead and started taking people's phones, because like I said, these kids, they get into a lot of stuff. So to actually sit there and think there's some kind of altercation and literally no one pull out their phone to start recording, I'm not going to say that it can't happen, but I'm saying there's a strong possibility that somebody recorded, right? So there's footage somewhere. So they might have went ahead and found it on somebody's phone. So that might be the perspective that he's going off of. He's going off of somebody's phone that's sitting right there, or like your man said, he might be lying. I don't know.
He looked directly at him in his camera, and then he went this way to the left. He went down, he fell, and that's when they realized he was gone, because they were still punching. And when he fell, that's when they all turned around. They started chasing him. Austin tried to go chase him too, but he grabbed his chest. I guess he realized that something happened to him, and that's when he went down a little bit and he fell down. But all 3 of them was chasing. But Karmelo was so fast, he got away and went around to the coach. And so you can see them on the video pointing toward Karmelo and the coach.
All right. When somebody sent me this clip, and when I watched it, the guy does not seem like he's lying.
He don't.
But it's inconsistent with everything that's public, that's been published, and also inconsistent with the defense team that's defending Karmelo.
Yeah.
It's also inconsistent with Karmelo's statement. Karmelo never mentioned he was getting jumped by 4 people.
Hold on. Nah, he sat there and said that Karmelo didn't know. Now, there's two videos that I've seen basically floating around on social media, especially on stuff like Facebook or whatnot. So it's the boxing match. I'm pretty sure y'all seen this. The dude is boxing with another dude, and what happened? I think the dude get hit from the side or something like that. And what's the first thing he said? Bro, is that like, what's going on? Like, dude, he hit you. Like, once you get hit, you're not really paying attention. So in the other video, one dude fighting against another dude, I guess he got hit too many times or hit too fast. And the first thing that came out of his mouth was, they jumping me. And everybody sat there and was like, bruh, it's just only one person. So another case of it could happen. So
He never mentioned that. Neither has his defense team have. And if you're going to stab Austin and the other guys are jumping you, you didn't stab nobody else.
no. So if you're in a fight and you're getting jumped and you have a weapon and you stab somebody or you hurt somebody good enough to where everybody else is paying attention, if you hurt that one person real good, everybody else will stop. I don't know. Perspective.
That does not add up. Here's another clip from the news, and this guy's telling a different story. Bro, the clip.
There are online rumors that started at least by some in the Anthony camp that he was jumped by 4 guys and that his act was therefore in self-defense. And the video you're telling me does not support that allegation.
Not even in the least bit, Will. Not even close. It was one-on-one. You can absolutely make out that there's 2 people that get into a scuffle. It's very, very short in duration. The contact between the 2 of them probably lasted less than 5 seconds. And as soon as the
See? Now you heard what he just said, right? It was 2 main people, but the fight only lasted a couple of seconds. Now the report that the old girl said in the beginning, she said it was 4 minutes. So you see how even though he's giving them, right, the benefit of the doubt because they're there and getting the information as it's coming, but then there's an inconsistency right there. The fight was a few seconds or the fight was 4 minutes. So which one is you gonna go with?
push went the other direction, which presumably is when he was stabbed, you can see everybody, completely scattered.
Now, I want you guys to put this in perspective. One guy is saying, they both claim they're seeing this video. And the court reporters are claiming they saw the video, which just happened the other day. They showed the video to the jurors. This guy's saying he got jumped by 4 people. They beat him up. There was choking, like he got him in a headlock. Like it was all this stuff. And then the same people that claim to watch this, the court reporters and that gentleman that you just heard, said that it was clear it was only a short altercation between 2 people. How can both of those things be true? Somebody lying.
And like I said, it's a lot going on. So if y'all want to sit there and y'all want to watch the rest of the video, because he actually goes on to continue talking about it. And I guess there's an incident between an Asian and a shoplifter. I haven't had a chance to actually look at that one, but from what I've heard, they saying that he basically chased the dude out the store and still, did what he did, even though they said that the kid or the person put the stuff back that he was allegedly thinking of taking. So everything is down in the description if you want to watch everything in full detail, because like I said, it is a lot of stuff, and if you want more details, it's all in there. But I just wanted to sit there, throw in my 2 cents, free of charge. And I'm go ahead and end this with basically a request. So channel has been getting some decent traffic and brain fart. Just lost my train of thought. So I was doing some research on trying to get my 1,000 subscribers and my 4,000 watch hours. So the videos that I've been watching, basically there's 5 mistakes that all new YouTubers make, and I've been making them basically. So I'm gonna make a video on basically my reactions to the 5 things that they're talking about and my mistakes in making them, of course, and trying to fix it. And one of the mistakes is asking for subs in the beginning of the video. So that's one of the reasons why I haven't been doing it, right? So I figured I'll wait to the end of the videos to ask for subs, likes, and comments. And like I said, it's a hype button. I don't know what the hype button do. Hopefully one of you very, very nice people will show me how that hype button works. Wink, wink. Why I said that when I could just wink. All right. So it is late. It is almost 12 o'clock Saturday, and I have not had any sleep or dinner yet. So I need to go do that. But again, I appreciate those that have already subscribed. We went from 3 to 6 subscribes last week. Yay. And just go ahead and say thanks. And see you in the next one. Come on, don't be doing that. Trying to throw out the deuces.